I just finished reading The Lions of Al-Rassan by Guy Cavriel Kay. I had a good time, but I also went in a little bit blind and I wish I hadn't. This story follows numerous amount of characters, but we do have a trio that we visit the most, and we experience a part of their life, about a year and a half to 2 years, of this group of three interacting with one another, becoming friends, and then eventually separating due to political reasons. It was a beautiful dynamic, it was a breathtaking experience, and the writing was phenomenal. However, I went into this thinking it was a little bit of a different story than what I was getting, and thankfully I really enjoyed the story. But I do want to preface that I came in with the wrong brain. I came in thinking this was going to be a historical fantasy. To me, that means I'm going to get like dragons, spell casting, weird fae things maybe, and unfortunately that did not happen in this book. While I was reading this book, I went to go read the summary again and how it was labeled on Storygraph, and that's when I realized, oh, fiction is also labeled for the genre. The reason I think it's labeled these three different genres, which is historical, fiction, and fantasy, is the backdrop is we are in Spain, I believe. It's like the Mediterranean during the medieval period. The only things that are changed is the location names, the cities, and the religions. And then within the religions, they practice something similar, but not the same. And all of that is the fantasy part. That was a bit of a letdown for me. I don't think it makes it a bad story. I don't think it was wrong for me to assume that there would be more. But once I got like 25% into the book, I was like, okay, I need to get in the headspace that this is historical. And then I think I'm going to be okay. And then I had a great time. And there was no qualms for me whatsoever. I do think this is probably one of the best experiences I've had when there are three people who are in love with one another. Just gonna say that. So anyways, I did enjoy my time. I really fell in love with a lot of these characters, and the way that the story ended was personally my favorite. I absolutely loved it, and the epilogue was beautiful. I was tearing up. So if any of these things sound right up your alley, then I highly recommend reading The Lions of Al-Rassan. You will have a fantastic time.